Cherry, cherry. Cherry, cherry. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hope all of you are having a wonderful weekend. And looks like my internet is stable this time. For those of you who saw the kerfuffle last time, sorry about that. I basically tried to stream and I forgot that there were more people in the house and the internet here isn't the best. So there was a bit of a kerfuffle. Still, regardless, let's hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and are going to have a happy New Year in a few days. Also, hello Magscab, welcome to the stream, welcome. Now, as I said, we're planning to do some FGO today. Let me just make sure everything is working as it should. And we're planning to do some FGO today. Hope everyone has a wonderful... And let me just get this all going. Should be... I'm just going to have to turn on some settings. And so I hope... How have you all been since last time I saw you? It's been a little bit, so I hope everyone had a good time. Okay, and okay, it should work now. Now let's see. Okay. Okay, it's here and getting the audio. Why is the visual not popping up? I swear this. Sorry, 1 second. Second. Activate. There it is. Sometimes this thing can be so temperamental. And yeah, I heard. Crunch is never fun. Crunch is never fun for anyone. So, I hope that clears up and at least you get paid extra or something. Who knows? And speaking of FGO stuff, I've been hearing a lot of interesting things from the JP side. And it is certainly interesting to see people react and just see the bits and pieces out of context. Which I'm trying to avoid too many of the spoilers, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to avoid all of them. It is certainly going to be an interesting experience in 2 years. But until then, let's continue our chill Christmas and on the 5th day of Christmas, Nemo gave to me. PP Nautilus docking complete. It initiating 0 sail. Yes, very good everyone. We're right on time again. It's 1500 hours at Chaldea right now. If we keep this pace, we should make it back shortly after the end of day. Yeah, 3 hours should be enough to make these last 15 deliveries. Captain Santa? Is something bothering you? No, I wouldn't say that, but I have decided to call it a day here. These routes being so oddly clear is starting to nag at me. I want to go check in on Master and Matt. So we're gonna have a party in Master's room this afternoon. Yay, this rocks. Yep, party in the Master's room. Hey, hey! Yes, we will. Assuming Master is actually in her room, that is. Ah, now I see it. You always have been strict about keeping to the rules, Captain. For my part, I've been happy to enjoy their kindness. call me leader when we're making deliveries. Oh wait, we're on the Nautilus now, so maybe Captain is fine. Oh, hoi hoi Viridian. And yeah, sorry about the ads, you know how it is. Gotta make the money somehow. Although, I don't know why they play at the beginning. I've explicitly set them to not play at the beginning of the stream. But what can you do? What can you do? Still, regardless, is hi hi Viridian. At any rate, we need to strike while the iron is hot. As soon as we deliver this present to Skaha Skadi, we will head straight back to Chaldea. We're scheduled to arrive at the border at 1600 hours. All hands proceed with duties accordingly. Aye aye, sir. I'll radio Baker and ask her to bake a cake before we... Huh? Hang on. I just picked up an unidentified heat signature on our sonar. Oh crap, it's huge. What's going on? It wasn't there a second ago. Hokusai, what did you do? I'm sorry, there's no way to avoid it. We're going to make contact in about 20 seconds. Oh boy. Whose fault is this? 5 p.m. 1 hour before end of work day. It looks like we made it back with time to spare today, senpai. I'm glad our work was so easy to get done today. But I can't help wondering if something changed. You know, I was thinking about asking that myself. So, you think the Nemo series have another goal in mind besides delivering presents? Well, no, I've sort of been through so many Christmas events, I expect something to go wrong at some point. More or less, what do you think, BB? Huh? You're asking me? Ah, yes. The phone, BB. That does remind me, when I get round to writing the rest of my quest, I need to remember to have BB pop up in Chaldea's systems. That's going to be a fun thing. I'm already providing 0 sales that let you jump to each delivery area around the world instantaneously for free. Now you want me to tell you what this latest event is really about too? It's starting to feel like you're just using me. Well, I mean, you are an AI, and... Well, no, honestly, I'd probably prefer you to ChatGPT. At the very least, then I know all the evil will be intentional. We really do appreciate how generous you've been with your help. But if anything were to happen to the Nemo series, and we weren't there to help them, we'd never forgive ourselves. So please, BB, if there's anything you know about what the Nemo series are up to, please tell us as much as you can. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm worried that they might be in danger. Danger, huh? Not danger caused by you, BB. Well, I can promise you this. What you see with Nemo is exactly what you get. He knows what kind of Santa he wants to be, and being exactly that is all he's trying to do. Period. In addition, the Nemo series are also taking on an especially difficult delivery mission as a special case. My guess is that they've been going around talking to different servants to gather intel for that mission. What delivery mission? Nemo Santa is keeping those talks secret, which is probably why you feel like he's hiding something. But keep that just between us, okay? Teehee. I added that, but that sounds like the thing that BB would do. And one last thing. In all seriousness, don't ask any of the Nemos about this. If Nemo Santa finds out that you did, it should be a what you did, he will abandon his delivery mission on the spot. Because the only way this mission will succeed is if no one knows about it, and it has no effect on anyone. What? Oh, that's interesting. No one can know about it, so they're trying to make a delivery with zero impact whatsoever. That must be the most important delivery of all time. That's right. This mission is all about making zero impact on the world by delivering a package that's completely empty. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's unexpected. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, my name is Sin Systems, or in my current model, the adorable Jubical. Hehe. Thank you for the raid. I'm honestly shocked. This is my first ever raid of any real size, so thanks everyone. And to give a quick introduction, I'm a sort of casual streamer, mostly do gacha content, and I try to have a nice friendly interaction. My stream often. Let me just see. First raid. So let me see if I can do these Twitch commands a bit. Let me see if I can give you a shout out, Maximilian. Let's see. How do I do that? Verified? No. And I'll give you a shout out at a later point once I figure out. Again, this is my first time ever having a raid, so I'm just gonna say thank you, and I will thank you for all this. Thank you so very, very much. And hope everyone sticks around and enjoys. Welcome all, exactly. Now where was I? That's right. It's all about making zero impact on the world by delivering a package that's completely empty. You want to know what the point of delivering such a package is? Great question. I'm wondering about that myself. Hee. Thanks everyone. Oh, I enjoy FGO all the time. If maybe later I can show off my account. I'm very proud of the characters I've developed. So since you're all here, I want to ask, what's everyone's favorite servants? My usual viewers know that I'm a particular fan of Okita Alter and Abigail Williams. Specifically because those two were Okita Alter was my first 5-star, and she carried me so far, and I just love her personality. And Abigail Williams, outside of being General Dotaru, who is she was my first ever 5-star double. But yeah, those are my two favorites. As of course, I love the other characters, and I like to shower them with love, but you know how it is. Now where were we? Yeah, and Jolter and Salter, those are two great combos. As a fun thing I like to do with Salter, specifically Arturia Alter, I like using the whole Ultria, the name for her. And mostly because I find it's fun to just assign the different namings to the different versions of a character. Like, for example, I call regular ruler Jean just normal Jean. Then I call Jolter Joan, and I call Jolter Lily as Jean with only one N. It's just a fun thing I like to do. Now, where was I? But for whatever reason, Nemo the Phantom Spirit really has his heart set on this bizarre mission. In fact, it's the reason he agreed to become Santa in the first place. I respect that decision, and his wish to keep it quiet. Even if this mission may ultimately be pointless, as I won't mock it or say it's meaningless. I'm okay. Whatever Nemo wants to do, That must be a very important mission. Anyway, enough of that. See you later, senpai. Hey, make sure you keep gathering lots of resources, okay? Teehee. Seriously, between my painful losses at the Grail front and my servant pest being snatched out from under me, I'm in big trouble here. You'd better believe the world's most advanced AI won't be forgetting that humiliation anytime soon. So, even as we speak, I'm stocking up on resources to one day take my revenge. Turns to what I know of the future. Well, yeah, I can imagine. I'm counting on you too, senpai. From now on, I'm hoping you'll donate any spare change you get at the store to my crowdfunding campaign. Sure. But there's not much change from digital transactions. Yeah, and it does explain why we haven't seen the BB channel. What do you think, senpai? If we take BB at her word, it sounds like we'd be better off in the dark. Yeah, but it's BB. You don't usually take her at her word. Okay, I'm gonna trust her. I think that's fine. I'm sure Nemo has a good reason. Yes, I agree, senpai. It seems pretty clear he's got a larger goal of some kind in mind, but we don't need to know. That doesn't mean we have to stop quietly keeping their delivery routes clear, though. Exactly. I still have a lot of grinding to do. We can still help however we can. In the meantime, let's go wait for the Nemo series to get back. Now, as for the Nemo series themselves... 6:30 p.m. 30 minutes after end of workday. This is a problem. I hope they're okay. Where could they be? Oh, thank God. Hi, we're back. Man, that was rough. I never expected to run into a disaster like that. Hey, Professor. It's a good thing we already had experience fighting in void space. But you don't have a swimsuit. Don't you need a swimsuit to fight in void space? I'll say, hey, we were like a whale running into a school of hungry sharks. That's why we got back so late. We had a difficult time fending them off. Sorry for the delay, Master. You can rest assured that Team Nautilus is back now. Would you mind giving them our report, Professor? I'm still a little out of breath. You look exhausted, Nemo. What happened out there? Yeah, like, did you run into a whale? Or a giant? Yes, well, it started when a group of unknown enemies attacked us while we were en route to a delivery. Okay, let's see what formation restrictions we have. Probably not that much. So, let's see. Here? Okay, let's see here. What am I fighting? Nemo Santa, big question mark, so... Yeah. We just do it manually. Let's see, who could I use? Anyway, since I have this opportunity, everyone, let me just show off my account. As you can all see, I have been doing a lot of effort here. I try my best to give all the love I can to my servants. At the moment, I think almost everyone is max level. I'm still working on maxing everyone's skills and obviously the classical thing. But most characters are peak performance, except the newest ones. So let's see, what character should we use here? We don't know a lot of information, and so let's take Melusine for a spin. Because America, America. Da dum ba dum, da dum, da dum, da dum ba da. Ah, I was right. They were giants. Melusine, kick their asses. Kill them like all the rest. And ready? Good. Send in our fighter jet. Boom! Always fun using the new characters. Well, new characters like I got relatively recently. Number 2. Huh. Yaga. Does that mean that Scotty is hanging around with Ivan? That seems likely. Although I think Ivan would have Oprikni. Okay, just go from that bit, so. Bam, bam, bam. I evaded your gun. Your bow does nothing. And she dodged that as well. Let's not waste our noble phantasm on this. Take care of. Ah, perfect. That should take care of that fairly easily, and then we can focus on the final wave by just doing the customary spam every noble phantasm at once. Final battle. Ah. BB? What the hell? Are you just doing this because you want to become Santa? The hell, BB? Have 3 noble phantasms to the face. Well, two of them, and then the defense just off their NP. Become roadkill, BB. That was just a taste, though. Now face my armed and operational fairy. Oh, wait. I forgot that rulers have pass advantage against moon cancers. I'm a genius! That's great. Dodge gain. But that's going to do nothing because I have Pastoria's NP. That did nothing to me. Although it did hurt the Nautilus. But fear not, I have a fairy. Okay. Perfect. Now, Melusine. Perfect. And now this. Okay, and now let's get up there and cheese. This should break BB's bar. That should do it. Good, that's counter gauge. And now. Okay. Oh, I won't let you. Oh, me. BB, we're about to turn you into roadkill. Well, maybe ocean kill's better. BB, you are going to be punished. What was BB doing there? Yeah, what happened? What was she doing there? I don't know. She just showed up out of nowhere, then left after we beat her, like always. Ah, that masochist. Well, I'm sure she came to warn us for a reason. When BB is acting like a villain, it's usually because she's actually trying to help someone else. Yeah, that's actually kind of consistent with BB's behavior. I see. Anyway, we managed to reach a level 5 in our Zero sale. Now we just have to worry about breaking through the Grand Ixnay on the Wole. Anyway, here's today's delivery list. As you can see, Team Nautilus runs a safe and tidy submarine. BB is the only reason we didn't get back around 1600 hours like we planned. Okay, that takes care of the report. We'd better be going now. Professor? Right, sorry. I did it again. I guess I'm still not used to having normal conversations. Oh boy, by the way, I've already set up the shop. I hope you'll stop by if you have any time to spare. Oh, I won't. I've cleared that out already. That was lovely. That was quite lovely. Now, next up, everyone sing with me. On the 6th day of Christmas, Nemo gave to me. Oh, good morning. This is a promising start to the day, running into you here. So, what are you up to today, Margaret? Oh, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Ritsuka Fujimaru, or in my case, Margaret. Terrible liar. Utterly terrible. I see. Well, you still have plenty of winter vacation to take. So take your time to think about it while enjoying a nice leisurely breakfast. we're off to get started on our Santa duties. With any luck, we'll be back in record time today. Wait, hang on. What is it? Can I ask you why you decided to become Santa Claus? Of course, the answer is simple. It had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. At least that's how I'd like to view it. I guess the simple answer is that Martha asked me to do it. But the reason I ultimately accepted is that there's something I want to deliver as Santa Claus. So, Santa Claus is supposed to be the type of fantasy who brings joy and good fortune wherever he goes, right? Maybe my reason piggybacked on that miracle. I became Santa not just so I can bring presents to people waiting for them, but so I can bring presents on behalf of those who wanted to give them. I'll admit, it's more selfish than other Santa servants, but what's wrong with a Santa like that? Nothing, and it's not selfish at all either. Like, some people enjoy getting gifts, other people enjoy giving them. Nothing wrong with that. Bye. See you this evening. Today's delivery is for someone rather unusual. Not really unusual. So I should have a good story for you when I get back. Wonder who it is. Da-dum-ba-da-dum. Who is it this time? Okay, so... Have a good nap, Magscab. Have a good nap. I hope you enjoy the dulcet tones of my voice. Yes, but yeah, I can understand. And a good chance to nap is important. Yeah. I'm going to just do manual. I get that they want to help, but sometimes you just gotta do it manually. And by that, you need to break out your level 100 good Ash the Savior. Okay, fatal battle. Okay, which one of you guys forgot to put away the infinite pancakes? Morgan, do the thing. Yeah, I can understand that. Berserker Ibuki support does work wonders. I just like using my different characters. Plus, Morgan is lovely. Morgan is wife. I can imagine that there's probably a lot of stuff happening on JP that... Correction form. Yeah, I can see why that's confusing and concerning. But Morgan is lovely. So, who is the unfortunate assassin? I'm sorry, my lord. Sorry for offending you. Please, 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 don't cut off my head. Daddy, please don't hurt me. Morgan, please kill him fast. Please, I'm terrified. Okay, if everything goes well, we won't be killed by Papa. Dodge. Death. Dodged. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. I know I'm just being unreasonably terrified, but it is King Hassan. Being unreasonably terrified is the proper response. I don't think that's going to be enough for you. Not by a long shot. Okay, and please don't get choppy now. So it looks like my internet's just acting up a little bit, so... Okay, there, it's back to normal. Hate when the internet decides to act up. Anyway, thankfully there wasn't anything important happening there, just... Okay, now we're back. Thankfully, I chose well. And she is as powerful as I remember her being. So lovely. Yeah, I know. That's one of the big downsides of visiting family. You have to deal with the whatever crappy internet they happen to have at their place. Like, my dad lives in a very good area, in a very nice area. The problem is that over here the reception is kind of shit, and for some reason his house is the only house that didn't get fiber. So yeah, that's just what keep my head. That would have been too close for comfort without gut. I mean, voice. It could not be otherwise. For this conflict I did my strength restrain. Offer thy gratitude for this blessing of salvation. For thy future's path it hath opened. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't remember Santa Claus having any such attribute. No matter. Wherefore art thou come, Phantom Spirit Nemo? Is repentance for sins yet to be committed thy desire? Of course not. There's only one reason Santa goes anywhere. I have a present for you first, Hassan, though I don't know if it'll be to your taste. Impossible. My sword tolls at the hour of one's passing. No more, no less. And so no worldly desire do I harbor. Santa Claus hearkens to the call of yearning. Oh, hello, Agent over on YouTube. Welcome. I know, started a bit early, but Yeah, I felt like it, and I want to see how far I can get. We just we just fought Daddy here. He is terrifying as usual. But mine soul is void of such cravings. I'm sure that's true, but this isn't from me. It's from someone who really put their heart into it. Hope you'll accept it. Aw, someone made Papa a lunchbox. That's so cute and lovely and adorable. Thanks. I don't need luck. I have an overpowered roster, but thank you again. I heard there are several Hassans, but the first was always alone. Aw, Teomom is so good. The best Teomom. Best mother in Chaldea. So I made this. Hope he could enjoy himself even on his own. I'm sure he'll like it. At least, I hope he will. I'm sure he will. It's called osechi. It's a fancy meal they make in Japan to celebrate New Year's. Seems like the perfect time for it. I heard they mostly make it with foods that don't spoil easily. That way, they don't have to stand in the kitchen over and over again for 3 days. Basically, it's like a 3-day leftover situation. Our teachings harbor no traditions for the coming of the new year. But no cause does that make to spurn a gift from creation's mother. The vessel I shall myself return once my repast has ended. So important a task ill suits such callow neophytes as Cursed Arm and his ilk. And as usual, First Hassan just throws the shade at the other Hassans. I see. Thanks, that'll be a big help. First Hassan, I actually... Very well. Bare thy neck. That's not what he wanted to say. But I haven't even told you anything yet. Thy path to my domain laid bare thy intent. Seek not my pardon. Shouldst thou err, thou wilt vanish. I require no more than this. No longer do I bear the mantle of grand. Thy errand is no concern of mine. That no other grand servants, save perhaps one, will in thy business meddle, I tell you now. Nemo, what do you plan to do? Do you think I can do this? Thy query is a certain thing. For thy triumph or failure, the world shall no different be. Who could he... Please tell me that he's going to deliver a gift to the person I think he's going to deliver the gift to. Please tell me it's who I think it is. Shouldst thou fail, thy name will to nothing fade. But even hast thou been nothing. Trouble thyself not with what afterward may come. Know thy task leave thee too little time to worry, even over its outcome. Got it. Thanks, Hassan. You just helped me get over the last of my doubts. So, I haven't played this. Obviously, I don't know what he wants to do. But I'm remembering the South American Lost Belt and how there was one Nemo Marine who made a friend. And I can't help but imagine somehow giving a gift to Olga in the past. I know it's probably not that, but that would be a wonderful thing. Especially after what I've heard about the JP server. Nevertheless, prepare thyself. Long have I dwelt here at the border twixt life and death. So long now that the border itself have I become. So much death have I meted out that I am become death itself. As one who dwells overlong in an impossible realm must in turn an impossible being become. So too, who creates the impossible and invisible must eventually these qualities embody. In the shadow of the physical world, faith is the tether to bind those who would otherwise for meaning want. Recall thy purpose, Captain. Remember so that, upon our next meeting, thy work upon thy design be complete. Okay, First Hassan. Aura is strong. Welcome back, leader. Did you say hi to First Hassan? Yeah, he was even scarier than I'd imagined. Oh yeah, he's terrifying. Apparently for him, what we're trying to do is no bigger a deal than morning prayer. I wanted to ask him if we were able to do something unforgivable, but he wasn't having it. His response pretty much came down to, I don't care, just do what you want. Yeah, Christmas skins can be a bit goofy. Yeah. Personally, I particularly just like grabbing a few Christmas items for my model. I think this looks pretty cute. But, well, please Santa, bring me Nemo Santa. Yeah, Nemo Santa, I've said before, kind of looks like a person out for a hike in the snow. Like, if I was in a more northern country and I saw a person dressed like that, I would not think them any stranger than the average person. Oh my, that's certainly harsh. Does this mean we proceed as planned then? Yeah, Marine, tell Master we won't be coming back today. We're from the north. All hands to your stations. 0 sail depth 7. Destination 2017. I knew it. He's 0 sailing into the past. Set sail for the promised time. That norm? Yeah, I think I have seen it. It sounds familiar. Can you remind me what it's about? Like, I definitely feel like I've seen it. Like, it's... Yeah, so please be what I think this is. Like, there's only 2 options I can... Okay, I think I remember seeing ads for it, but I don't think I watched the movie itself. Good, you're all here. Before we start delivering presents, there's something I want you all to hear. It's about the real reason I agreed to become Santa Claus. Santa Claus brings miracles to people just by being Santa Claus. And he can do the impossible, right? He delivers gifts to everyone who wants them, making the end of the year something to celebrate. That's why Santa Claus exists. That is his fundamental duty. You could even say he's the collective wish of everyone who gathers together on the holy night. But that's only what the people want, not Santa Claus himself. There's nothing that says Santa Claus can't have his own desire that's separate from his fundamental duty. Basically, What I'm trying to say is, put a sock in it already, Captain. And jerk face. We already know what you want to say, yeah. Sometimes, I know the feeling, I know the feeling. Sometimes you really just want to get some presents. Makes me wonder, maybe. Well, technically, Santa Claus actually did appear at one point in the story. Specifically, I think it was during the Quetzalcoatl Christmas event where we fought in a wrestling tournament. Because Quetzalcoatl was, if he wasn't quite properly fit to Santa, so she split into two, one which was a good one and one which was a bad one. True, I would love a real Santa in my life. Oh, don't remind me about money. Money is a constant problem. It's why I have to play ads on this thing because, as well, money. Especially if you want to just get some assets for VTubing. They do not come cheap. Yeah, I do think Santa is not a person, but as you said, template or archetype. Know what you want to say. There's someone you want to give a present to yourself, right? You mean master? Okay, that's a bit less. Okay, a bit more normal. Okay. And not the master back at Chaldea right now, but the master from back before we even met. It makes sense. A child of the sea, Triton is supposed to ensure the safety of a voyage. And if you're going to give her a good luck charm, that's the kind of thing to do at the voyage's start, not with the end in sight, although we're still 2 years away. And from what I've seen about that ending, oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, from the sounds of it, Nemo Santa is going to use Zero Sail to travel back in time and give the past master a gift to ensure safety on the voyage ahead. Besides, leaving a small miracle at one's bedside while they're sleeping is pretty classic Santa Claus. Let's do the time warp again. Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to explain anything to us. We all know exactly how you feel. You want to give the best present you can to the person you most want to have a present from you, right? Back to the chimney part 2. Yeah. Although, fun fact, earlier, like Santa used to be depicted like early Santa depictions as a tiny elf. Like, tiny. So no magic needed to actually get through the chimney, he was just tiny. Plus, chimneys were bigger back then. You have to give the best present you can to the person you want to have a present from you, right? Oh yeah, it's actually kind of interesting looking at historical depictions of Santa and the like. Because obviously in the past, the whole elves making toys for him thing was a thing, but it basically shifted over time. Like in some of the original depictions, he was a tiny elf as well, and it probably tapped into a fair few depictions of the Fae. Like how brownies take care of your house if you leave them offerings at night, and other small things like that. Yes, I think it's a wonderful idea. It's the sort of thing only no one-turn Santa could do. Though I don't think it'll be easy to pull off. You guys... Yeah, you're right. This isn't a reason so much as a desire. Well, I think the whole depiction sort of changed over time with stories and how Santa was depicted in storytelling. Sort of like how a lot of depictions of Christmas are more heavily based on North American Christmases. Yeah, and you can actually see a progression of Christmas cards in I think England, where the Christmas cards became. Yeah, sorry about that ad sort of thing, where Christmas cards became more of a depiction of the swept plains. Thank you. This is over my normal model. Let me show you. Let me just quickly show you what my normal model looks like. Like, it might so normally I look sort of like this. This is right. This is my normal model look. Look, a nice little kimono for my adorable Jubico. I might be a yokai vampire tree, but this is what my usual model looks like. Let me just put it up a bit so you can see it. Yeah, thank you. I'm in the process of getting my hands on a full body model, but let's just say it is expensive and I don't have the money. That's my main saving plan at the moment. Eventually, oops, 1 second. Looks like 1 second. My capture card did a thing. Okay, come on. Reconnect. Don't. There, that's back. Sorry, the capture card did its thing. I think it just slipped out of the phone box. Anyway, but yeah, this is my normal model. I'm trying to get an improved one, but there it is. I want to get a full body model. I actually have the art for it. I just need to save up the money to basically pay for the rigging, which is going to be a problem since I'm going to be unemployed in the new year. But I'm hopes and dreams. Maybe I'll get a few people donating in bits and the like, and that will help me save. Until then, I'm just going to stream as best I can and try to just have fun. That's all that I can do at the moment. So, now where were we? Exactly, keep the grind going. This isn't a reason so much as a desire. The person I want to give a present to doesn't exist in this time. No, it's more accurate to say that giving it to her now wouldn't mean anything. Present Chaldea has lots of allies and plenty of servant power. If we need help, we can be reasonably sure that someone will provide it. If that wasn't the case. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I hope. Thank you there, even the cat. Every new person is always a gift. And I always enjoy seeing that follow alert. One day I hope to get enough follows on a regular basis that I might have to mute it, but until then, I love the alert. That wasn't the case in Chaldea of the past. When they first began repairing singularities, Chaldea couldn't even afford the time to have so much as a cup of coffee. So I want to deliver this present to the Chaldea in the Antarctic in the year 2017. It may not be much, but I want to pay Margaret the greatest respect I can before she sets out on her long journey. What's more, it's only because I'm a phantom spirit that I can even try this, since that's what lets me zero sail in the first place. Yep, he is quite talkative, and reminder, he is talking to himself, basically his own split personalities. I believe all the Nemos already know this. If you ever make one wrong move, will be completely erased. If we change even the smallest thing in the past, history's corrective force will mercilessly unravel our very existence. Yeah, if you want to do this, you'd probably need like if you wanted to actually change the past like that, you'd probably need, I don't know, a warehouse of holy grails and to be a foreigner who doesn't really play by the rules anyway. And that's not even getting into how difficult it is to sail to the past in the first place. Every year we go back in time, the Nautilus will be at greater risk of getting crushed. Cade, don't worry, he won't. I'll make sure of it. Activate Santa powers! And with every year, the obstacles we face will change. Also, it just occurred to me, this is going to be justification for how people all the way back in starting the game will get Nemo. Even knowing all that, are you all still willing to join me in this selfish undertaking? Of course, Captain, we're with you all the way, because they're you. Thank you, everyone. Alright, let's go over the operation. Even with the zero sail, jumping into the past from void space is going to be extremely difficult. My plan is to go back by 1 year each day. If we succeed, we'll pin the coordinates with the paper moon and use that as the starting point for our next jump. Once the coordinates are pinned, we'll resurface at standard time, let the Nautilus recover, and carry out our present deliveries. Over the course of 7 days, we'll continue traveling back in time until we reach 2017. From there, the Nemo with the strongest spirit origin will carry out the mission. You carried... Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. You need to have beaten a bit further into... I forgot that this event story is locked behind stuff. Never mind. Still, it would be nice if they had you do the story and they just adapted things a little bit. But I can understand why. So, any questions? Oh, I've got one. If we can go back in time to 2017, couldn't we just stop the explosion before it happened? That would change the past. That would be the worst kind of alteration we could make. Yeah, because ironically, from what we know in future stuff, that explosion was a very good thing to happen. If we prevented the explosion at the old Chaldea, the current Chaldea would cease to exist. The most important rule of traveling to the past is to not even try changing a single thing, no matter how small. Yeah, you'd have to be like a yandere foreigner to be able to want to do that. Although, since our spirit origins aren't strong enough to last in parallel worlds anyway, it would be more accurate to say we couldn't change a single thing. Oh yeah, that would be lovely. Even if you succeeded at infiltrating Chaldea's base in 2017, Marine, the moment you try to change the past, you would find yourself disappearing. So yes, our first and most important rule for this mission is to change nothing and leave nothing else behind. Gotcha. Well, what about talking to someone? Can we do that? Nope, you cannot change anything. Like, even if we can't change their destiny, couldn't we at least say thank you or something? I can't say for any certainty that even that would be safe. From the other person's perspective, having someone else thank them for no discernible reason is very likely to change their subsequent actions. Exactly, the butterfly effect. That cruel, cruel mistress. Butterflies. They are deadly. The only way it could work would be to keep to topics that no one at the Chaldea of the time would think twice about. Professor is right, which is why we will need to exercise extreme caution when infiltrating their old base. Our operative will need to swim through this void sea on their own and zero sail into the Antarctic base itself. Oh, thank you. I'll make sure to get some hydration. I'll make sure to hydrate. Don't worry. One second. I'm going to do a quick hydration. 1 second, everyone. I don't have a Discord set up just yet. Yeah, not yet. I don't have it quite set up. I just haven't felt the need. I have a template I want to set up, but it's not there yet. Sorry. Honestly, I really need to get around to doing that. Would make communication a little bit easier. Anyway, if they succeed, they'll need to carry out the mission without being seen. I have the shift schedule for Chaldea's staff on the day of the incident, and I've also figured out the optimal route to reach our destination. And in case the operative does run into a staff member, I figured out who they can disguise themselves as, so that nobody will suspect them. Thank you, even the cake. Meow, meow, meow. Bye-bye. I hope to see you again in the future. I'll be streaming a lot more things. That's entirely true as well. It's a balancing act. Honestly. I also have just the thing of I'm not quite sure about moderation and the like. I'll make the disguise as soon as we're done here. It will depend on how well the operative can pretend to be that person in the event they're seen. Fortunately, I already know who they can, so that won't be an issue. Alright, that's the mission plan. Any questions? Okay then, from here on, we're all in the special operation together. I call it 8 Years Snow Carol. That's where the 8 years comes from. Thanks again, everyone. We will deliver this gift, or my name isn't Santa Claus. Santa can do the impossible and deliver the gift that needs to be delivered. Oh yeah, that's entirely true. When Discords get big, that's when issues start to pop up. Okay. Who to bring? Well, let's bring Morgan. And have to show my wife have to show my queen a bit of love as myself, so. Just need to swap out Castoria for Koyanskaya. Yeah, Discords are like that. True enough. I think I'm just a bit self-conscious about it. I'll consider making one, and I said I have a template ready. I just need to figure out all the details. Anyway, Morgan, do the thing, you lovely woman who is my wife.
この夜が明ける前にこちらの話です。暗きみいい判断つからないように。
Morgan, do the thing.
それは絶えず見た滅びの世、最果てにありながら鳥は明日
You know, we haven't seen the Lamu for a long time. I get that they were special story enemies, but it's kind of interesting that they rarely ever get reused. These assholes, on the other hand, pop up all the time.
イノベーション始めます。いかほど。まあ大胆。目を背けないで吹っ飛びなさいです。はっ、モルゴ
Hey, hands off Morgan. Oh, no. This isn't for her safety. It's for yours. That is why. So, who are we fighting this time? Final battle again. Merlin.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。おバカさん、夢のようにください。
You had to mention Artoria Altar in front of Morgan. What buff did he give them? Resistance to all attack. That's going to be annoying. And his NP. Okay, Morgan, do your thing.
恐怖は希望もなきと通るにあたわず後ろです。背後を取る。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Okay, this is gonna hurt. Ah, yes. My least favorite caster, Merlin. Darn, I thought that'd be enough. Well, this is gonna hurt.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃない。この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Well, at least she didn't die. You just killed my wife. I am going to make you Roman. You want to be Roman? You're going to become Roman. You're going to become Super Roman.
目障りです。スタート。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
That's sort of expected. Now, if I knew what I was going to be fighting, I would have picked a different team, but well, what can you do? That's the issue when they go the question mark route. Yeah, Merlin, do your MP. We know it doesn't still
そこは
damaging,
壁もなく
so
城もなくクリスマスの始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
and there goes Nemo.
荷物はそのまま
Yeah, if this is a bust, it's
念にも悪く思う
see.
むにゃむにゃ
Okay, might need a different team for this because this is certainly going to be an irritating thing. That's always the problem when you have a berserker as your main damage dealer. When you just get blindsided by something that has high damage. Or something that you just can't blow away. But thankfully they're already too Roman to stop. Unfortunately, you guys are becoming very Roman.
本当仕方ないの
And now I have a dragon. Dragons can deal with a lot of things.
天元の鱗
In this case, you.
退職のある飲まれる地ラスラシュレーしたほれほれ閉じよ
Okay, Merlin's almost down.
何
And
いよいよ行くぞ念には悪く思う
and
本
this
当に良い
should,
のか
承知した
that should take care of Merlin, and then there's just his flunkies.
天元の鱗に閉ざされる地退職のある飲まれる地ラスラシュレーした
Okay, there, that took care of it. So, that was just a case of Merlin and his flunkies. A bit messier than I would have preferred, but again, I didn't know what I was going up against. My, I come all this way to warn you, only to be treated like a threat. I guess you really do hate me. Everyone hates you, Merlin. Everyone. Even so, I can't just sit back and let someone so important to Chaldea throw his life away on a fool's errand. It's not too late to turn back, Nemo. Risking your life for the one-day miracle that is Santa Claus is, well, dumb. Even if it works, it won't actually do anything. If you turn back now, you won't disappoint anyone. So what does it matter? Even if it does nothing, even if it's meaningless, that doesn't mean it doesn't have meaning. Meaninglessness has meaning. Not to mention that breaking the rules to travel into the past is very unlike you. Thank you for that half-hearted warning, Merlin. I'm honored that you'd come all the way to see us while we're in the middle of a zero sale. Now, could you repeat what you just said? I heard you loud and clear, but I still want to make sure. Oh, you mean the part about it having no effect? I'm sorry to say, it's true. The gift you're trying to give her is a small bit of happiness that won't interfere with the past, right? The plan is to create a Chaldea uniform embedded with a dream catcher, a ward against misfortune, and swap it out with her old one without anyone noticing, so she is more likely to survive the battles ahead. To ensure you won't adversely affect the past, you ask the fossil hunter lady and the heroic spirit with Shiva's authority for advice. And you enlisted the spinster fairy's help to make sure the new uniform would be indistinguishable from the old one. Unfortunately, the matter transfer idea turned out to be a bust, but First Hassan was willing to look the other way, since he's a soft touch for these kinds of things. But even after all that work, your efforts will still amount to nothing. We're going to go back in time and swap out her uniform without anyone noticing. And as long as Master doesn't realize he's been given a gift, there won't be any conflict with the past events. You're right, in that you will avoid creating a time paradox with this approach. Hassan is best grandpa. He is the best grandfather. Definitely tsundere and high standards, but fantastic grandpa. But it also means it will have practically no effect. Protective charm has the greatest effect when its bearer truly believes it will keep them safe. But a charm the bearer doesn't know they have is all but useless. All but useless. Key phrasing there is the but. Let's say someone who's beset by nightmares every day. The most luck a charm like this could bring is to help them wake up maybe a second earlier than usual. That's what I mean when I say it won't have any effect. Do you understand now? I understood all that when we set out. I meant what I said before. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It seems alright on my end. It says my encoding's doing fine, but you never know sometimes. That streaming can be a nightmare, especially when you're using something that's a bit different. When your internet's not the best at the moment. Still, hopefully it's just an issue on your end. Hopefully. The risking your life for the one-day miracle that is Santa Claus's dumb part. If that's what you really think, we're going to pick a battle right where we... I'm going to pick up the battle right where we left off. I'm going to prove that there's nothing dumb about this at all. Remember, Santa's packing heat, old man. You don't think altering the past and risking your own obliteration for an infinitesimally small bit of luck is dumb. What do they say these days? Ah yes. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Even if you succeed, it will change nothing. I know. Chaldea will win even without my doing this. I'm well aware that what I'm doing will in no way contribute to their victory. But that's not the point. That's not what it means for those who got a late start to reward those who went on ahead. Our opportunity to receive compensation or joy is long gone. Right from the start, we were never part of her team. But even so, she still wanted to help them. She felt as if doing so would be all the reward she would need. So yeah, even if the difference we make here is so trivial not even Shiba can perceive it, I still believe it will be meaningful. Exactly. Even if it means nothing, it still has meaning. And I think the courage needed to weather the ensuing storm is truly precious. Just like it was for a certain summoner's life. So I'm not going to let you, or anyone else, say it's dumb to give everything for a single moment of peace. Now I see, my clairvoyance lets me observe present. I thought my vision was blurry because of the vampire thing, because of Xian, but now it all makes sense. My apologies. Allow me to rephrase. It may be dumb, but that's also what makes it wonderful. Exactly. It's a wonderfully stupid idea. It's a dumb thing, but it is wonderfully stupid. No, it seems I was the dumb one here. I should have known First-San wouldn't get something like this wrong. I'm sorry for raining on your parade. Go on, Nemo. I will remember this wish even if no one else does. Thanks, Merlin. I do appreciate your coming all this way to warn us. Oh right, when you get there, please give him my regards. Tell him, what are you, stupid? Just a hunch, but I think the two of you will really hit it off. Romani. And now I'm crying. Merlin, I didn't know you were an onion ninja. I miss you, Merlin. I still miss him. On the 8th year of Christmas, Nemo gave to me a good luck charm for my future journey. After reaching the point where I had 8 hours remaining, I opened the Nautilus's hatch and swam out into the void sea on my own. I can't risk getting closer than this in the Nautilus. Kiba wouldn't miss a submarine emerging in the Antarctic. Oh yeah, that would be a real surprise. I have to emerge in Chaldea base alone, only the bare minimum of equipment. Because I'm swimming against the flow of time, space swirls around me like a raging river, bearing down on me harder the further into the past I go. I transform my lower body into a mermaid's and keep swimming against the vortex. I feel the cold of the negative waters, and the presence of knowing that even the slightest deviation in my route will lead to my erasure. I'm used to swimming in the sea of void space, but swimming in it while also traveling through time is something else altogether. No ordinary spirit origin could endure it. Instead of fighting the current, they'd simply stay in place and disappear. 60 seconds is all I can bear. A single second never felt so long in the ocean as in this very moment. Come on, Nemo, you can do it. A dizzy spell impedes my vision. The overwhelming fear threatens to rob me of consciousness. I grit my teeth harder and do my best to restore my shattered senses to normal. I still have 7 hours worth of distance to cover. To reach the target, will I make it in time? For that matter, will my spirit origin last that long? This operation has zero margin for error. 60 seconds is both the longest time my spirit origin can hold together, and the shortest time it takes to reach the destination. I can't make a single mistake. I can't slow down even for a moment. Go, Nemo Santa! Go! For Christmas! If I put even one finger out of place as I swim towards 2017, this operation will fail. My body will scatter like dust. It is very literally do or die. No one in their right mind would think to attempt this. Probably no one in their wrong mind either. And is the payoff for braving all this danger going to be worth it? I can't say that it is. So then, what do I hope to get by doing this? You're right. in that you'll avoid creating time paradox with this approach, but it also means it will have practically no effect. Once again, there's that key word there. Practically no effect. It still will help a little bit. A tiny amount. Spatial current grows even more intense. It blocks my way, feeling like as solid as a wall. Within it, I see glimpses of someone else's memories. Oh wait, he's not really a master candidate, is he? You were the only one who was just a candidate. Wait, no, this wouldn't... But Da Vinci, this is Da Vinci Lily. Hang on, I have to take this. Hello? Cadoc's awake now? And he's in good health? That's great. Send him to the command room immediately. Good news, Margaret. Cadoc's fully recovered. Ah. I see what this is. Yep, Nightmare Land. I remember this now. I remember. Bobanshi, you this was a very messed up thing to do. You can go back to just being a spare. You can start doing our jobs properly without holding your hand all the time. Huh? What are you talking about? Training and mission days are over. You're just a regular girl with no special talents. Stop trying to be something you're not. Just hang out in your room and let the experts handle things. Like, we all know that these are fake, but, boy, I can remember the doubts. This was not a pleasant thing to go through the first time. You don't bother listening to the residents of the Lost Belts. Besides, we've got them all beat when it comes to sheer suffering. We're from proper human history. We're the victors. We took the intended route. We can't let anyone take that from us. We can't... Still, what can we do with only 12 of us? There's no way we can ever rebuild what we lost. You know as well as I do how bleak things are, right? Those Lost Belts people know nothing of this kind of solitude, this sort of pressure. They should be the ones to compromise. They should be the ones to disappear. Any pain they've experienced is nothing compared to ours. Yeah, but at the same time, the fact that you suffered more pain doesn't really nullify the fact that the others also suffered pain. You know, you're not quite right in the head. Yeah, I know that. You've also almost died countless times, surviving by luck alone. You've forsaken countless worlds, kept alive by the devil's own luck. You've abandoned countless people, countless worlds to their death. Despite all that, you're still no worse for wear. Not true. Ritsuka... Oh boy, Ritsuka has trauma on the inside. Yeah. Let's say someone has beset every day. And the most luck a charm like this could bring is to help them wake up maybe a second earlier than usual. Considering the nightmares Ritsuka goes through, that's a lot. That's more than enough of a reward. Go, Nemo! Do what only Santa can do. Make that impossible gift a reality. The old Chaldea base. Base sequence, human genome confirmed, alignment, good neutral. Welcome to Data Center. the data center for the future of humankind. This is the security organization for the preservation of humanity, Chaldea. And there's the final boss. Oh boy, this opening sequence hits differently with some of the information I've heard about from the JP side of things. Fingerprint, voiceprint, and DNA authentication cleared. Magical circuit assessment complete. Username matched. You are recognized as a member of the primates. Nice to meet you. You're our final visitor today. We hope you enjoy your time here. On this day, the 48th Master Candidate entered Chaldea. He was recruited on short notice from a group of ordinary civilians thanks to extremely high racial aptitude, in spite of her having no knowledge of magecraft. However, Chaldea already had a full set of masters for Team A through D, ready to investigate their first singularity. This 48th rookie master candidate was only brought in to match the number of coffins they had prepared. Nobody had any great expectations for her, which is why our plan went off without a hitch. I switched out the master uniform Chaldea had prepared for her to wear after her entry inspection with our gift. According to Chaldea's own records, owing to a lack of resources, they didn't have any more uniforms made up until January 2019. So even if our uniform is eventually disposed of after Chaldea returned to standard space, she should still wear it before then. Huh? What are you doing in this section? Hello, Elrond. I'm just on my way back from a coffee break. What about you? Shouldn't you be at your post at the entrance gate? I was just stepping away for a little personal business. Besides, it's not like we're supposed to get any more visitors today, right? So you stepping aside, it also resulted in our first meeting with Mash. Quite the coincidence. Yeah, okay, almost everyone in the command room anyway, so there's not much to keep an eye on. How about you? Aren't you going to the command room? Me, I'm a warehouse guard for life. I don't care about their race shift experiments. Hell, the whole reason I took this job at a lab out in the middle of nowhere was to avoid getting caught up in the mage turf wars. Oh boy, that must be quite crazy. The moment the race shift works, you just know all those masters are going to start fighting over who gets to own it. Screw that noise. I don't want to get mixed up with any of the factions. Yeah, I know what you mean. It might be secret atmosphere tech at its core, but it also uses tech from almost every other department somewhere. I'm sure the other lords have all sent in spies to see what happens. Definitely not your thing. Right, so I'm just gonna head back to the warehouse. House now. Later, Elrond. If I were you, I wouldn't leave my post even if there aren't any visitors scheduled. You don't want the director chewing you out again. Yeah, thanks for the warning. Conversation was perfectly natural. I'd already anticipated I might run into her here. Everything's going to plan. All I have to do now is find somewhere private and dive back into Void's space. Oh, hey there. Are you heading back from a break too? There he is. My spine stiffens the tiniest bit. This is not a meeting I accounted for. Hello, Dr. Romani. It's been a while, hasn't it? Good to see you again. It's rough, isn't it? Feels like all of Calde is on edge. Like we can't afford to make even a single mistake. But I guess that's how it goes, right? We've all been working to make today happen. This is it. It's almost time for the director to give a speech to all the masters and staff members. You know you're big on staying neutral, but you should at least stop by. It will make a good impression on her. No thanks. I'm just going back to the moonlit room. I mean the warehouse. Interesting. Was that a slip of the tongue? I don't really like the director when she's giving speeches. She's not so bad most of the time, though. I feel exactly the same. Phew, you really don't mince words, huh? You should leave a note in the suggestion box or something and let her know what you think. I'll tell her myself, but that she never listens to me. You really think I could get away with telling her I don't like her? I mean, the part about how she's not so bad most of the time. And nobody hates the director when she's giving a speech more than Olga Marie herself. So if a staff member in your position says you like her, maybe she'll come to like herself a little more. By the way, I couldn't help but notice. Notice what? Are you okay? You look exhausted. Almost like you've run around the whole world or something. I was just having coffee, see? My complexion's fine. Oh, really? Maybe it was just my imagination. Something about your back gave me that impression. I'm sorry. You'd think being a doctor that I'd remember not to diagnose someone so casually. Yeah, you'd think, but... Well, we know you care, Dr. Romani. We know you care. We know you care quite a bit. Hey, don't worry about it. You're not entirely wrong. I am pretty tired. I was just working on a real important job. Of course I'm gonna feel some pressure. Gotcha. Thanks for all the hard work. But I don't want you pushing yourself too hard. When that job is done, you should tackle something light and fun next. Of course, work being work, it's not always going to be pleasant, but ideally, it should be fun too. So, after you're done with this big important job that's meant to help everyone out, I want you to work out something fun that's just for you. And if you can work on it with teammates you're close to, that'd be even better, for you and for them. I miss Romani. I miss Romani. That lovable goofball. Teammates? What have they got to do with this? Oh, nothing, I guess. Sorry again, you just struck me as someone who prefers to be alone. But even with this brief little chat, I can tell you have a strong sense of personal responsibility. I have no doubt that the people around you admire you for that. They know you'll help when times are tough. We don't always get as many opportunities to help and laugh with people as we'd like. So we've really got to treasure what we do get. Yep, we have to treasure it. If you have time later, stop by the infirmary. Hopefully, you're fine, but better safe than sorry. With that, the man gave a quick wave and turned to leave. Then, before I knew what I was doing, "Hey, sorry, do you mind if I ask something?" He gave a mild, "Hmm?" and turned back around. "It's not about me, it's about a friend of mine." Posing it as a hypothetical, I asked him his thoughts on a struggle for survival between two worlds that were the same, yet different. My question wasn't about the nature of the worlds themselves. It was about an outsider who had been put in a position to witness their struggle and decide which one would ultimately win. Yep, they're the Lost Belts. I had to know if he thought this outsider's actions were good or evil, and how he would judge someone like that. Is this the plot of a sci-fi movie or something? I'm not sure I can give an especially well-informed opinion on something complicated like that. Having said that, if we start from the premise that only one side can survive, and conflict is inevitable, then trying to determine whether the outsider is good or evil is asking the wrong question. Since both the opposite sides are human, there will be no avoiding a clash of values, a battle between right and wrong, as they say. As a rule, people tend to believe they're in the right, or to put it another way, they can only do what they believe is right. So no matter how righteous each side's cause may be, once they find themselves at cross purposes, other side must be wrong by definition. So wrongness is inevitable. That goes for the opposite. It goes for you opposing them in turn. No matter how good a person may be, when you have to fight for your survival, you simply can't keep your hands clean. Is that what you're saying? That's right. There's no getting around that. So, no matter what, you can't believe your side is completely correct and the other is completely wrong. Might doesn't make right. The only thing a conflict's victor wins is the right to decide what to do next. So you think battles for survival can only ever be wrong, huh? Does that mean there's no right to be found anywhere? Sure there is. It's in you right now, for worrying about this. Yeah, honestly, the act of caring, in a way, it also shows you're a good person. Also, what the hell are these screen dividers for in the hallway? I never really questioned it before, but why does Chaldea just have these random wall dividers in the hallway like this? They are not even serving a function. Thinking about the fact that we survived, that's what the man in the white coats said was right. What he didn't say, at least not in so many words, was that he hoped we would be the kind of people who did that. It was a conventional, obvious answer, but his words rang with absolute certainty. Such a wise man. In that moment, he seemed to me like an old sage, living alone on a mountaintop, who had borne witness to countless conflicts over the course of his life. Maybe. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know hull design. The best I can think of are windbreaks, but I don't know. I'm not talking about me. This is about my friend. Nemo, when everyone says hypothetically this is about a friend, you're talking about yourself. Yeah. Also, I never... Yeah, I miss Romani too. Water. Yeah, Chaldea is a silly place. Alright, you did say that, didn't you? My bad. My foot. He definitely thinks I'm talking about myself. I think I can see why she would become so attached to this man after working with him for a year. Anyway, I'd better get going. I may not look it, but I am still the head of the medical department. The director's probably just going to kick me out, but I'm going to drop by the command room and check in. Hang on, I know this is a weird request, but have you got anything you don't need on you? Say, a spare pen or something. Anything you won't miss that you can replace easily. Oh sure, I've got lots of things like that. Gotta be prepared to head out at a moment's notice and all. Will these do? Nemo? You're about to give Ritska the best gift. Actually, could I have another set? I'd like to use them when I'm guarding the warehouse too. Sure, if you ever need more, just say the word. Haha, this is great. Feels like you're really appreciating my work. This doesn't have anything to do with your work. I swear, are you stupid or something? Yes. And no. But also yes. I mean, he did get catfished by Merlin. I don't know how you always look on the bright side of things, so I guess I could stand to take a page from your book. Really? Thanks. Here I was trying to cheer you up, and you went and did it for me instead. Alright, I better get going now. Have a great day, Minier. I can never pronounce Jingle's name. I know his name is Jingles, but I can never pronounce his other part. Mostly because it's French. And so the man in the white coat walked away. I'll never see him again. I was never meant to see him at all. I'll never ever get to ask his name. But I can at least give him the salute he deserves. From that point on, everything else was the same. Just as I had made my way here, he too was now headed to his promised time. And now we return to our promised time. "4 p.m. My room, day 7. Thanks in part to our work the other day, we made it back another hour early today. Now we can really relax and wait for the Nemo series to get back. Huh. So you're early today, and here I thought you wouldn't be back yet. Yeah, he knew from the start. Why, what do you mean? So it's going to be like that, huh? Alright, I'll leave it there. Now please, pardon the intrusion. Great work today, Nemo Santa. I'm surprised you're back a full 2 hours earlier than usual. Did something strange happen today? Yeah, kind of. It's a long story, and I can't get into the details. Santa? No, I can't be sulking right now. I'm a leader, and a leader should own up to his mistakes. The truth is, I wasn't able to deliver a single present today, as Santa Claus that should never have happened. But that's not the real issue. I know this may be rich after coming this far, but Margaret, Mash, I failed to recognize that the two of you deserve to be Santa Claus every bit as much as I do. Yep, we're Santa Claus veterans at this point. I want to right that wrong now, so I understand this may be too little too late, but would you be willing to deliver these remaining presents with me? I'd be glad to. I'm already in my outfit, see? That. Of course, yeah, I'm raring to go after all this resting. Thank you both. Then let's get going. There's no time to waste. Make sure you dress warm and bring plenty of midnight snacks. It's going to be a long night. I've already got my stash all ready to go, of course. This is this kind of work is supposed to be fun often. And once we're done with the deliveries, I have a little present for each of you as well. Present? I can't wait to open it. Can you tell us what it is? Sorry, you'll just have to be patient. The Holy Night comes but once a year, so these memories should make for precious gifts too. I will say that they're just something extra I found while I was guarding the warehouse. But I think, for you two, they'll be the best gifts you've ever received. Oh yeah, I can imagine just how Ritsuka and Mash are going to feel. Thank you, Nemo. And I know this is a bit late, it's already past, but Merry Christmas, everyone. Ho ho ho!
休んでいてと言ったのに。
So, I didn't.
まったく僕のマスターは本当に働き者だ。
What can you expect after my experiences?
その誠実さには報いがないとね。
Thanks, Santa.
ネモサンタ、本来の僕より少し力は落ちているけど、君のサーバントに就職するよ。
Don't worry, I don't have you anyway, so
暗い悪路を照らしてくれてありがとう。
no problem. Thank you. Thank you for giving such a wonderful gift, Nemo Santa. Truly, honestly, that was the best gift he could have given. And with that, we have completed the story. Everyone, and that was a fun time. That was a very fun time. Okay, why is it not? Ah, there it is. Alright, always annoying that that pops in. I really have to get used to using the studio mode more. Anyway, hey, that was a fun experience, and I honestly enjoyed that final part in the story. You couldn't see it, but I was smiling from ear to ear. It is always fun to see the craziness that happens at Chaldea during the holidays. And Nemo has basically ascended 2 tiers in terms of favorite servants because that was just the perfect gift for Ritsuka and Mash and everyone. So, in all honesty, I think Nemo's probably the best Santa we've had so far. Or at least the best Santa I've experienced. And so, honestly, I'm very happy for what he did. Now, with that being said, everyone, when we've basically reached the end of our stream. Now, I just want to say thank you for the raiders who showed up, stuck around, and I'm very, very, very appreciative of all of you being here. This is truly a great gift. Now, I just want to say, please consider subscribing. I would love to see all of you again. But to keep the good times flowing, I'm going to send you all on to someone else. Let's see if I can find another FGO streamer. Let's see someone. Let's see someone who needs the. This person would do it. And let's send you all on to show our appreciation. And I just want to say to everyone, thanks for coming. I hope you all have a hope you all had a Merry Christmas and you all have a Happy New Year. Until next time, bye bye.